Yo, you already know, man. Hey, we back. You already know. First game. You already know my co-host, JB Cuzzo.
I can't even hear nothing, man. Everything muted.
And you already know my other co-host, Ayo Quay.
Yo, what up?
What's
We
up,
live.
man? Oh, we back.
We live. First game.
First game, man. Okay, we back, folks. Yes, sir.
Hey, I saw the shape of that glass over there. What you over there sipping on?
Sipping on that 1800, you feel me? Just trying to get loosened up for the podcast. You know how we getting down, man.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, you gotta loosen up, man. We got damn grown men, man.
Hey, sometimes you do need it, man. Sometimes you do need a little swig of that brown.
I've been working all week.
I was having some technical difficulties. I can hear it now. We all good. I'm sorry.
All right. You know what I'm saying? We all worked all week. Time to just sit back and relax. And that's it, man.
You need a little bit of that brown.
It's tequila, man.
Hey, that's the best kind.
But you know, what's it called? Rosado?
Yeah, reposado.
Yeah. That's sort of like brown though. If you go in, if you make them cousins, you can make them cousins.
Yeah, that's the best tequila to drink. I heard the white tequila not that good for you.
Facts, man. But you already know. First Game Podcast.
What we live on, man?
We live on YouTube. We live on Kick. We live on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere this podcast is available, on Spotify, I Love Heart Radio, Amazon. It don't matter, big dog. We on there, man. And you already know, it's First Game Podcast, Season 2, Episode 21. How y'all guys doing, man?
Hey, what Tony the Tiger say? I'm doing great.
Facts, man.
Well, I'm doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Big day, Monday. We should be off work. I don't know why we not. It's big old Martin Luther King Day. Also, the inauguration day of President-elect Donald J. Trump.
Hey, y'all got to work?
Yeah, man.
No, I know.
Don't say it like that.
It's MLK Day.
Man, they don't care nothing about that. Where I work.
It's MLK Day, man.
Definitely ain't no holiday. I thought MLK would be a holiday, but
why isn't it a holiday?
It is a federal holiday. They made it a federal holiday, but they just don't treat it like Christmas. I don't get it.
Them damn employees be like, hell no, that shit ain't no holiday.
That shit ain't that serious. We'll title it. That's why I say, man, we had a conversation off camera. It was about titles, and they have no meaning. That's all I'm saying. You label it a federal holiday, but we still gotta show up to work. Some people.
True on that, man. Shit, you can't do nothing about that, man.
No, we can't do shit about it. So, did y'all watch Joe Biden farewell address?
No. How did it go? Was he talking proper? Or was he, did he fall or anything? Or what happened?
Nah, this nigga, he mumbled a few words and shit, you know what I'm saying? But he basically was trying to say that he gave a warning to the nation saying that oligarchy is about to run the country, a bunch of billionaires and shit. And people are saying, would he be saying this if the Democrats won? Because they were highly funded by billionaires in this election. Sheesh.
Bless you.
We got cold weather in these parts. I'm sorry, but yeah. So he's had the lowest approval rating out of any president on his way out, and it's like he's still trying to push the message of excuse me, shit. Trying to push the message of everybody paying their fair share, but it's not hitting because you pardon your son for from tax evasion charges. So it's like reached the point where everybody kind of ready for him to just get out the way, man, disappear. We kind of don't really want to hear from you ever again. I ain't gonna say everybody, but the majority of the world is like through with Kamala Harris as well. And it's like we've been on politics so long, and it's like the only reason I feel like I gotta speak on this is because so we can finally, put it to bed and just be optimistic about the future. I was laying in bed with my woman last night, and I was just telling her like, "Damn, we've been through everything together, like a pandemic, fucking wars around the country, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the worst." It's like we overcame that shit, and hopefully made it towards better days. And I just gotta say, it just showed me the true strength of who I am individually, the true strength of my family, making it through these tough times. And I got a segment on the show called Woke as Hell. And the reason I came up with that is because going through all these things, COVID, all this shit, I realized shit. The pointing fingers and the victimhood, it just ain't gonna get me to where I need to go. So
Agree on that.
2025, man, I'm like just gonna use this as a year to like really reflect on the obstacles I've overcame, and cause I really feel like I didn't adjust right. COVID came, the pandemic came, and it had us all in the house and shit, and I kind of stuck to that lifestyle. I haven't like fully adjusted out of it. Like I haven't fully came back to the world like I was before the pandemic.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was just thinking maybe a lot of people haven't fully adjusted or came back to the world like they think. And I think it's causing a lot of depression and shit. But
Hey, that's a good first thought right there.
yeah.
Shoot. The first thought. Let's get that going to that. The first thought. A lot of people say the world isn't the same as it used to be. Why do you think it has changed and why?
I let Too Quick go first.
Mm. I think it's changed. You said why? Why? Was that the question? Why do I think it's changed?
Yeah, what do you? Oh, my bad. What do you think has changed and why?
Hmm. Well, people always say times change. We go through different generations, different time periods, different eras. One thing that I noticed a change in is people wanting to feel accepted and yeah, people want to be accepted regardless of whatever group it is, whatever the group stand for, whatever the meaning may be. It's like humans don't like being by themselves. Like they like being accepted and being in packs.
Mm-hmm.
And to each his own. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. I guess do what works for you. But it could be a negative side too because it causes people not to think for themselves and they just base their decisions off of what everybody else is doing or what is the popular thing at the moment, the popular
Mm-hmm.
decision, the popular opinion is what some would call it. And that's one thing that I noticed a change in because when I was younger, I felt like I saw more individuals, like more people that stood for what they believed in individually as opposed to what people thought they should believe in that would make them acceptable or
Mm-hmm.
feel accepted. So yeah, that's my take on that. That's what I saw that changed.
True. True. I feel like I'm heading in the same direction. I feel like the things that change nowadays is just tradition itself. Like you said, people usually do the same things another person would do because they feel like, oh, we've been doing that for a long time. I think that has changed. I think tradition, it ain't broke, but it's been modified. It's been adapted to what we feel is right. It don't necessarily like back in the day how older people felt like women should just stay in the house and work. Now you got women working in the same atmosphere as men. Also, too, with that, you got more of a stable household where it's the men and the women that's working. You don't have a house where it's just the man just trying to pay all the bills, trying to goddamn take care of the kids. No, you got a house where anything got to be done. It doesn't matter. It ain't no a gender assigned job. It's anybody would do it, and that's a good change for us. Cause at the end of the day, bro, it's like if women walk around here and say, "Oh, don't put no gender based jobs on me," and that should go for everything else. It shouldn't just be going one way. It should be going both ways. And that's why I think what has changed is tradition. We ain't trying to do the normal same shit because the normal same shit keep you in a straight line. It don't keep you creative. It don't keep you open. And that's good for us, bro. We gotta be open minded.
Yeah. Another thing I learned was black people they are what's the word? It got to do with aspiration though.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever word I'm trying to find. And I feel like a lot of people just realize in order to get where you trying to go, you gotta have structure and the things you thought you wanted to see and the things you thought would help is it just doesn't work for the situations we in, and I think everybody's just getting back to, like the better things in life, like the things we grew up on, the things that when you be like, damn, when you think about your happiest moments, I think we getting back to those times.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just, I said so much in the beginning. I tried to, what I'm saying, think of more, but that's just what I got right now.
Cool, man. Shoot. That was a good first thought, man. We gotta get that. We had to get that out the way. You know, when people look in the background, they see TAMGG, right? And they like, what the hell that means to all my gamers and gangsters? I felt like we ain't been touching on some of the gaming news, man. So I just wanted to bring up some of the gaming news that I came across that we should just talk about, man. The first one is the state of Call of Duty, man. A lot of us been playing Call of Duty for a while, man. Call of Duty is a real popular game. It goes all the way back, all the way to PS2 around that time. It has evolved into a very good game that it's like one of the go-tos. It's one of the go-to shooting games. It's more like a favorite among like all consoles, PC, PlayStation, Xbox. But right now, it has hit a kind of bumpy road, man. It's in a bad state right now. Right now, the franchise has lost 50 million players in the last year. A record count lost for the series. Call of Duty active player base has hit a 3-year low in player engagement, falling below 100 million active players for the first time in 2016. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was just released recently, but it has lost 47% of its players according to Stream in the last 2 months. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 have a lot of issues with Warzone itself. They got play to win allegations has surfaced. Events where mixed poor reactions, expensive microtransactions, you buying a new skin that might be $40, skill based matchmaking has caused a lot of issues as well. The skill base is a lot of, this might be the reason why a lot of people has like quit the Call of Duty. I seen a lot of reels where a guy has so many hit pointers on a guy, but the hits don't go through. And then they was calling that something wrong with the system, something wrong with the server. But it's also the implemented skill-based matchmaking that is messing up servers. But recently, Call of Duty did put up some community notes, and they said they will solve these issues. And one of the issues they was going to solve was the communication banning. Tuquay, you experiencing that? You experienced that one time. You felt like you didn't really say nothing too harsh. It wasn't too harsh, but you got a 2-day ban.
It was 3 days.
It was 3 days.
Yeah, man. They
So
don't
recent,
like they don't like you cursing up there.
so a lot of players, and that's just one of the reasons. That ain't all the reasons, but a lot of streamers has said, "Yo, I gotta take a break from this game."
I don't get that though. How he gets suspended? And I promise you, I've been online saying cuss words and N words, and why ain't I get banned?
It's weird. It's like the system has supposed to have been good. It's supposed to improve, but people are looking at the system and realize like yo, this system is not very good. It's not good. I just wanted y'all take on that because we gamers, we play the game.
Man, this is what I'm gonna say, bro. It ain't even about the servers and the hit pointers for me. It's the fact that it's no innovation in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same Call of Duty with all these high ass prices. The skin's weaker. People
Mm-hmm.
just want regular soldiers again. I was talking to a guy when I was out working.
Yeah.
He was like, "Man, you see Call of Duty, all these skins." He's like, "I ain't against like females and all that, but like, why is there so many female skins?" And I'm just like, man. He like, I just want the old soldiers and fatigues again.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's just getting away from the heart of it. That's what's happening to a lot of games these days.
True.
Uh, I just gotta throw this out. It's a big game for people who know Mass Effect 5. What number Mass Effect is it? 4? God,
I thought it
this
was
is like a
6.
slap in the face, man.
I thought it was Mass Effect. Wasn't it supposed to be on
Uh,
6?
GTA on 6. I think it's Mass Effect 5 though, or 4.
Yeah, it's 5.
All right, 5.
Well, I mean, you really don't know because they came out with Armageddon, but it's 5.
So the lady who worked on Dragon Age and made it woke has left BioWare, and the people that's making Mass Effect 5 are the original people who made it. So that it's not gonna be woke. She's left. She's out of the building. I guess Dragon Age. They said it performed well, but not as well as expected because of the big name it has. So I guess she got fired. But in the article, they claim she left on her own. But that's just some good news for people who care about Mass Effect and BioWare.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I mean,
think for me, what I didn't like about Duty, I mean, I like the game. It's cool. It's fun to play, but I just don't
Yeah.
like the certain things about. Let's just say if I'm shooting somebody and it's like a perfect shot, and it takes about 20 to 30 bullets to take that person down, and sometimes it don't even take them down.
yeah,
But
that's weird.
I've been in situations when they've hit me like twice when I shot them 3 times prior to them getting one bullet off to hit me, and I ended up losing on that one. Just I don't like that part about it. Um, that was an interesting take though about the original skins, because it is kind of true. I kind of feel the same way. I like the new skins. Some of them cool,
Yeah, for
but I
sure.
do miss like just regular Duty. Yeah, without all these rapper and movie stars and all that, like it's cool, but it's taken away from like the origin of like what it felt like to play Call of Duty.
So you're saying
Yeah.
it got away from it. What was the things y'all liked about it, like when it first came out? Because, like you said, around COVID time, that's when Warzone actually was popular. Like it became popular around COVID time because everybody was in their house and playing the game. So
It's
what you
I
just
liked about Warzone?
it's
I like
it's oh, my bad, go ahead.
I
Straight.
liked it because it was free.
That's it.
hmm
I mean,
All right.
when have you ever seen a game of that status, that nature free?
Fortnite.
oh
Like
God.
what?
No, but I'm saying though, like he right though. Like that's what made it popular. But
Yeah.
now they like shit, we can get some money. I ain't mad at it, bro, but come on, bro. You can lower the prices. Like everybody in the world play this shit, bro. Like you can make the skins not where you don't have to. It's like they got $20 get you a certain amount of points, but you need a few more to get the one you want. So it's like you gotta spend 20 plus on. Ah man,
hmm
that shit shiesty. Then they got attachments where it say it's a damn FMJ bullet, or it say it's an extra uh 5.56 motherfucker extra power overpower bullet, but I'm shooting dudes slam in the face with this perked up bullet, and it's not doing any difference. It's like they should tweak that. Like, I don't know, man.
And I don't like how if I don't get the battle pass, it show me unlocking everything, but I can't get it because I didn't get the battle pass. But I'm unlocking it because I'm getting a bunch of kills and leveling up in the game. But because I didn't get it, because I didn't pay that extra $100 for the battle pass, I can't get those rewards and stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna say like this: Call of Duty has came away from where core was, man. It was more efficient in the lobby. So I mean, you did have a couple crashes, but as far as me hitter points, that shit wasn't like that. A lot of streamers feeling the same way, bro. Like I seen one reel, this guy has hit all his pointers and full clip, and this guy had 2 shots and he laid him down. Man, so it's a lot of streamers out here are getting frustrated too because that was their income. That was their game that got them more popularity, and they gotta go away from it. They gotta go to games like Marvel Rivals. It's also a popular game because it's free. But for me, how I feel about Call of Duty, I feel the same way. It's just the core of what it was before. It was more efficient of a game. It didn't have all these bugs and stuff. It didn't have all these incorrections and stuff.
It didn't have all the fucking where you couldn't say what you wanted to say.
Yes, the woke agenda. It had a woke.
Get on there and talk ridiculous back in the day. That it's like certain some kids' feelings. Like, yo, man.
Yeah, that was the biggest right there that people felt like that was the big, like, hurtful. Just the fact that you couldn't trash talk. Like, that's something in the gaming community, like, we respect. Well, it ain't like you respect another character, but it's like if you get that dub, you get the dub, you get the goddamn had them bragging rights. It's like you could be a loser and be mad, but at the same time, you hear somebody talking shit. It was just,
I'm not with that you could ban somebody from doing something that they paid for, though.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter what the fuck they say. They paid for it. So why the fuck? It's theirs. Yeah, they own it.
True.
How can you ban them from it? That's really authoritative, and that's scary to know.
Yeah, because that's basically like that's kind of like involving like is conflict with freedom of speech to a certain extent.
They got them terms and conditions on them.
I was gonna ask, like, we technically aren't they technically licensing us the game instead of us actually owning it?
Yeah, they are licensed.
Well, that's the whole distinguish. Yeah, that's the whole distinguish between licensing and buying the hard
technically
copy.
They can have their own rules. Technically,
and that's why some people say get the hard disc version.
But it do sucks, man, because that did make it popular.
Lock you out, then you like, well, I got these locks on my shit.
You gotta restore that damn license, and like that shit is whack.
If they don't do it, you just a shit out of luck.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
it's crazy.
It's Call of Duty gotta go back to the bases, man. They trying to copy the Fortnite thing with all these skins of rappers and favorite TV shows, but it had its popularity. Like it had it had already had its exposure.
Do you think that played a part in people like not giving a fuck about what celebrities think now?
What?
Because they just like over flooded everywhere. Not in politics, not in what's it like. You barely used to catch Michael Jackson outside of him doing the show, bro.
Yeah, I think that did play a big part, man, because it's just like I guess the popular person is starting to run out. People starting to not see that face.
Because Instagram, when you made Instagram, people fake like everybody famous, everybody an influencer, everybody influencer. So it's like they don't care about famous opinions no more. I'm
And also,
famous.
it's that point exactly. It's like the fact that these actors want the attention to them. Not these actors, but these celebrities want the attention to them. But you got all kinds of different famous people, just as popular people, but their names are not out there.
I was
It's
on I was on TikTok and I saw this girl. She was live and she's a content creator. She was on the
Yeah.
beach with her mom for her birthday. So she's talking on the phone, like, live. Phone is in front of her. But her
Mm.
mom is like behind her on the phone. She's a content creator too. So it's
Mm.
like she had said, yeah, her mom, she's a content creator. So I'm just like, dang, like it is like kind of not oversaturated, but a lot of people are content creators. So being famous ain't really,
hot no more.
yeah.
It's like, bro, it's like now I done met so many people that supposedly famous that they just normal. So it's like through content creation,
Yeah.
I say that. Not like NBA players and shit.
Yeah, because it's like on that, like that incident with Platboy Max and Fabio. And academics was saying like, yo, some of y'all rappers gotta realize some of these streamers are making more money than y'all. Y'all don't gotta have that presence of, oh, I'm the richest nigga in the room. It's some of these motherfuckers that's just be on the internet or just doing streaming stuff is making way more money than y'all. So y'all don't have to have this arrogance of y'all should be glad that I came. Cause it's
Yeah,
like
it
they don't
did.
really need y'all presence. They, they already got the fans. They already got 2 millions of people subscribing to their stuff.
And they used to people bending over doing whatever they want.
Totally
Wow, man.
the celebrities, and you had to be a movie actor or athlete. Nah, bro, there's so many people that's popular and famous that make the same much as these celebrities. You probably might even know them, but your son might know them. Oh, that's such and such off of Twitch.
Man, that shit is like supply and demand.
Yeah,
The more famous people it is, the cheaper that shit is.
yeah, true shit, man. Let me go on to the next gaming news, man. Did y'all hear about the PUBG new innovation?
No. I never
Man.
played PUBG in my life.
Nah, it's one of them games
I
that,
know what it is though.
yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them. It's a BR. But in 2025, PUBG Battlegrounds publisher Crafton announced it's teaming up with Nvidia to create what is called co-playable characters, CPCs, which utilize AI communication with players and with each other. Crafton says, unlike traditional NPCs, non-player characters, the CPCs are equipped with ability to interact and cooperate with users as they understand and respond to game situation matters. And what I'm about to show y'all, I'm about to show y'all a little clip of this. The only reason I brought this up, because we need innovations like that. When you play Warzone, it's just 3 of us and we want to play squad. It's like, dang, we got to go out there with one less guy. Then you lose a game, you be like, dang, only if we had one more guy. Now it's getting to the point. That we will have an extra guy with us. We will communicate with the computer. It's not just going to be a computer player. We're going to actually talk to this player. This is significant because you might have more games that you might have to interact with AI characters. You might have to talk through a mission. You might have to be on GTA and they say talk to this person to pass a mission. You might get that. But we're just gonna look into this new innovation from PUBG. Shout out to YouTube. This not my recording.
Crafton, we are revolutionizing the battle royale genre with generative AI. Introducing Pubg Ai-Ally, the world's first co-playable character designed to play like a human teammate. Hey Ally, I'm looking for a level 3 vest and 5.56 ammo. Keep your eyes peeled.
Found a level 3 vest and ammo nearby. Pinged it for you. Enemy spotted. I'm covering.
Is there a vehicle nearby?
Found one. I will come to you.
I'm ready to get into the action now. Can you flank them?
On it. Moving left. Wait. I'm knocked out. Crawling to you now.
Just hang on. Whew, I couldn't have done it without you.
I know. I carry for a living.
JB, how you feel about that though, man? How you feel about seeing that?
I'm gonna lie, I feel how I feel before I saw it. I just never been that big into PUBG. Me personally, I'm cool with them shooting games like that. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't my favorite genre. I don't know shit about PUBG, brother.
I feel you. But I mean, how I feel about it, man, I just like the fact that we getting to the point like we use AI all the time. We talk to the AI all the time. Let's integrate that into the games. Let's put that in the games. Because a lot of us want the realism in games. We want, like, NPC talk to us. Let's get to the point that we going to start talking to the games. We got mics.
Hey, sidebar. I don't know what y'all on, but when he said, I feel how I felt before I watched this video was hilarious. That was funny. But that game, it looked cool though. It just, I don't know, man. I think Duty kind of like got me scarred, bro, with like all the different skins and stuff and just the different gameplay. I'm not saying I wouldn't give Pug a chance. I would, but I could just tell off that video. It looked cool. The idea is fire. But dang, man, I think about like, what about multiplayer? Because I like multiplayer stuff. I don't know, man. But the idea of that being able to have the AI help you and you can talk to it, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why I was just basically looking at the innovation of it. Because that's going to carry over different games nowadays. Stuff like that going to carry over. You're going to have games that you're going to be talking to a character. They're going to talk back to you. You might have to memorize a certain answer.
No,
like, we need games.
See, I didn't know that's what the question was. I ain't going to lie. I was on mute and me and my fiance was having a conversation on the side. And, but now that I heard what the question was, yeah, I think that is fire. And yeah, I hope that does spread to a bunch of games. Like, I just hope AI is involved with gaming. That's kind of like why I enjoyed the talk about AI, because I'm thinking about it with gaming. Like, yeah, the jobs and shit, cool, but I'm really focused on what it could be with gaming. And if they want to be the foundation of that, I think that's a good idea for them when it comes to PUBG.
Facts.
Honestly, I ain't know because when you first asked, it caught me off guard. I did the best I could.
That was a funny response. That was funny, man. That's all
I
I was
didn't even see
saying.
the video, man.
It was funny, man. He was like, I felt how I felt before I watched it.
Try to get a word my honest response.
Hey, that's needed though. Honesty is needed.
Yeah, man. I told you 2025 just is I ain't bullshitting nobody, man.
Oh yeah, because I didn't even know that existed. I mean, I heard about PUBG a while ago, but I didn't know
I
that.
thought it was like strictly like for phones, like a phone multiplayer online shooting game type shit.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they is it still just for phones? Is it on console?
I think it's on mobile phones. I think it's on mobile phones and PC. You can play it on PC as
PC
well.
too? Yeah, probably PC. That's smooth for PC. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's why it looked like that. Because in my brain, I was thinking of like PS5, and I was just looking at like how
Oh,
they was moving and stuff. I was just like, dang.
just never tried it because I always felt like it would be extra difficult doing it with a phone, like
Mm-hmm.
trying to move the camera. I just was like, nah, I'm gonna stick with the controller.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, you hear that?
What?
Sound like drums in the distance.
A little bit. Hey, look, I'm about to read y'all something. Let me get y'all opinion real quick. So, check this out. Smart LA and the 2028 Olympics. So it says Los Angeles plans to showcase its smart city advancements during the 2028 Olympics by integrating these technologies into event logistics, transportation, sustainability measures, and urban development. This effort aims to ensure that games are efficient, environmentally environmentally friendly, and technologically advanced. Now, my question to y'all is 2028, couple years from now, it's already planned that the Olympics supposed to be there. They're trying their best to turn it into a smart city, kind of like a big ass Silicon Valley, basically. Very,
Mm-hmm.
very, in a futuristic city. Do you think that that has anything to do with the fires that's happening now? Maybe to clear
Mm.
out that area so they can rebuild and start from scratch to make that smart city that's planned to be there in 2028.
Mm.
The only reason it's hard to deny that is because Gavin Newsom actually said something about that in like a fucking press conference type deal. He was saying he gonna try to come back with California 2.0 or something.
Yeah.
So now it's like, hey, they saw people out there setting the fires, starting the fires.
Hmm.
It wasn't all natural. Who knows, bro? But
Mm.
I just think like, did they assume that the government would just give them money blindly for that, or because the government right now is on some just fix what you gotta fix to stop the fires from spreading like that. And I'm just thinking about how much money that'll be to give them money to do that and build California 2.0. Man,
I mean, well, true, but at the same time, they ain't really got to give them nothing.
I think that would be good for the world, though, man. You know what I'm saying? That we had a city like that. What you
It'd
Yeah,
be
think?
but
cool though. I
In
mean,
the,
it'd be
in the
cool.
United States.
my only issue with that, because I mean I'm for it, yeah, smart cities, yeah, that's fire. But my only issue with that on the conspiracy side would be, if that's the plan, then like just say that. Like don't
Wow.
if you did cause these fires to get these areas clear and get these people out of these areas so you can start that project. I just in my opinion, I'm just like if that is true, in my opinion, I'm just like, damn, y'all could have just, did it a different way. Like I don't think it's that hard to turn New York into a smart city or Charlotte, like or Atlanta, like because it's happening anyway.
It's a
Yeah,
tough
facts.
conspiracy, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, LA been had horrible fires. LA been have horrible zone regulations. Like, did you hear about the only reason why they didn't go in that? The reason why they couldn't pull water because they felt like it was gonna burn the fish. It was gonna kill the fishes that was inside that water, the
Bro,
reservoir.
that
Yeah.
motherfucker empty.
Like, it's
Empty,
crazy.
bro.
It's crazy. It's a tough. It do make you think though. Like, why would the fuck would he say that on this point in time? And it's like, damn, bro, it makes people lost
It's
their homes.
it's
It's a
either
horrible. It was a horrible.
Mm,
they trying to get rich through nonprofits or they are actually brainwashed by the nonprofits to believe that the environment really needs saving. Because yeah, these people politicians, but are they actually the smartest motherfuckers in the world? You see Kamala Harris.
Yeah,
You don't think a nigga that could walk up to her claiming he's a environmentalist expert and tell her stuff and she won't just believe it? Yeah, she
yeah.
will.
Now I'm going that direction too, because it's like these people supposed to be environmentalists, but damn, don't people go? There's some people involved in that environment too, or people that's just like not involved with that.
It's just cap because if you're so into the environment and you so into saving the fish,
Yeah,
why are you not over prepared for this situation?
facts.
This is an environment situation, ain't it?
Hell yeah, and that's what it's like. It's kind of contradicting what they was doing.
That climate change talk is very contradicting, and it's getting old because it's like, how y'all about climate change? And y'all getting all this money for climate change, and this happened. You run out of water.
that
It's
shit was empty,
it's
bro.
it's, it's poor preparation, bro.
It's
And then
DEI. It's DEI.
and
Shit,
then
like they
there
say,
was
it's DIE, death in economy. God damn.
I know y'all was talking about climate change, but
But
in the smart city that they're trying to build in LA, they're gonna have smart policing and crime prevention through data analytics. They're gonna have emergency response systems enhanced by AI and predictive models.
Yeah.
There's gonna be more electric public transportation.
Mm-hmm.
So back on that climate change, like if electric vehicles is so great, I thought I may be wrong. I thought it was something about the batteries. Like, don't how do you can't dispose the batteries, right?
mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
So like, how's that affecting the climate? Is that better than natural gas or natural resources?
I don't think so. And it's like this too, Quay. This is the
Yeah.
part that they leave out for on purpose. China, based off where it is, they emit the most gases into the atmosphere. So no matter what we do
Yeah,
to take off the little bit, China still do what they do. So
yeah.
it's like it's pointless.
And I heard all their
Also,
trash
The
flows all the
Pacific.
way, yeah, all the way over here from China, bro. That's insane.
also too with the technology too, with the batteries and everything, we'll have to go through China just to make things possible, make the technology efficient. And
And
Yeah.
it's looking like a big conspiracy to me though,
that's
because
why I feel like it's not gonna be like a full nation that's transforming into that. It might be cities, like certain
Yeah.
cities that's like that, but because I think in order to fix our economy, we gotta go back to gas because that's what we have
Yeah.
to
That's what we
use,
sitting on.
and it costs us to use electric. It costs us a lot actually. So it's like it's gonna be these liberal cities. I don't even know how long they're gonna be liberal, but it's gonna be liberal cities that do the energy. It's like that's their city, like that. And if
Yeah.
you go over there, you might be amazed by it when you first see it, and then when you live there, you're gonna be like, it costs a lot to live here.
Hey,
that's disturbing though.
bro, I came across this video that was showing military helicopters flying over the area where the inauguration's supposed to be, and they were searching for like radiation and any type of like bombs and stuff like that. And I wanted to ask y'all, like, with all these attempts that been on President-elect Donald Trump's life over the past few months, do y'all think it's possible that something fishy might happen? Like they might
Yes,
try to get him one more time before.
yes. Listen, let me tell
Mm.
you, bro. China got these little nets type shit that stop the drones from flying over restricted areas.
Mm,
They took those down just like yesterday or 2 days ago. So now drones can fly over the White House and shit and all that.
wow.
And they're saying that these drones that's been popping up in New Jersey is actually from China, and it's a test of power to show them that they're going for Taiwan. It's trying to show the US that they going for Taiwan by just doing the drone shit. That's what I heard allegedly for YouTube.
Hmm.
But yeah, so and then he invited Xi Jinping. Listen, he invited Xi Jinping, and he said he was gonna come. And now Xi Jinping sending like an assistant, and he not gonna come. And he said the reason is because it's too risky.
Yeah, because they don't
And
trust it.
Trump just moved the inauguration from outside
Hmm.
to inside. But the weather is like extra cold as hell though.
Yeah.
Like single digits. And he said it's for that reason. But
So they manipulated the weather.
no, it's just that time. That's just how it is every
I
time.
thought you said he made it cold, so like that affects the drones or something. Like that'd be
Nah, no,
crazy.
that would be some, but nah. So it's like I think that drone situation dangerous on the 19th or the 20th. So they moving it inside to control, be safer.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But he's saying it's because of the cold, so he don't look like he afraid.
I believe it. I believe it too, man. I believe something can happen, bro. Because at this point, we only got 2 more days before a
Man,
change gonna happen for all. So a lot of these
and
Democrats
it's
about to
the,
lose their
and it's the,
job.
and it's the change that's going that they is been fighting the fight, Illuminati and against. Like this is
Death to the
it.
deep
Yeah.
state. Shit. I'm glad
This
the
is it.
motherfuckers
Huh?
gone, bro. I'm glad the motherfuckers gone because they fucked up. They brainwashed a lot of people into thinking certain ideology that was good for this nation. And they were
Nigga.
just taking shit away from people. Taking motherfuckers, like taking shit away from people that spoke differently. Not even against, but just differently. And they were silencing motherfuckers and trying to take their money away. So yo, something might happen, but I'm sure it's covered.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Because they
Yeah,
really try to take his head off on national TV.
a few times.
like on live television, bro. They
Nigga, I
really
was
tried to off him,
watching
bro.
that shit live on YouTube, live stream. I was
Mhm.
watching it. That nigga hit the and I was like, did they just fucking shoot Trump?
That's crazy.
Cause he went down out of the camera sight. I was like, did they just? That it was just crazy, bro. And he got up like, fight, and it was like the realest shit because you thought he was dead.
Yeah.
Then he pop up like, boom, his blood on his face. He like, what's up, nigga? That's all I heard. Like, and I was like, whoa. And after that moment, bro, I just knew it ain't about trying to get back on people that did him wrong, bro. It's about him really fixing the problem, bro.
Yeah, I told you they got that shit covered.
From only 150 feet in the air, pilots dodge buildings.
On your left hand. Oh, he doing a rally in that stadium,
Flying in a
bro.
grid over the National Mall to scan for radiological or nuclear irregularities, threats like dirty bombs.
So you're trying to create a blueprint of what the radiation in Washington, D.C. looks like ahead of the inauguration. Correct.
Department of Energy scientist Jacqueline Brandon calls this low-flying helicopter one of just 2 of its kind, her office.
If we find a radiological irregularity, we'll investigate it even further.
Highly sensitive technology sets off alarms in the air.
That's an alarm. That is an alarm. It's a slight variation in our spectra is what it's saying.
On the ground, a mission led and meticulously rehearsed by the U.S. Secret
better
Service
not try
at their training
nothing.
facility in
You
Maryland.
better not try
Agents
nothing.
role-playing
what we
worst-case
about.
scenarios.
We gonna see
Can we
what
try
America
a vehicle
got.
having a flat tire? Can we
Talking
try
about
someone
5
having a
stars
heart
on
attack?
GTA.
These are all the things we want to mentally prepare for because we have an immediate
Hey,
action
that
for all
shit
this.
intimidating,
Michael
bro.
Thomas
I
is
could
the
look at
coordinator for the
videos
big
about
day.
that type shit.
The amount of fencing and the amount of personnel that we bring
5
into this
stars of
inauguration
DCA ain't got nothing on
eclipses
this.
all other inaugurations that we have.
About 25,000 law enforcement and military personnel will safeguard the inauguration, including 7,800
You better not
National
even have
Guard
nothing that
authorized
look
to
like
protect
a
the
gun.
nation's capital, and its
Wanna play
250,000
around.
ticketed
Somebody gonna
guests.
play around, though.
Throughout the city, a ring of steel, 30 miles of anti-scale fencing. And along the icy Potomac, more than 25 Coast Guard vessels lined up.
Ready to deploy.
Ready to deploy.
Captain Patrick
like
Burkett
that.
says teams are now prepping frozen waterways for patrol after a recent storm.
That put a lot of strain and stress on our resources and our personnel, and everyone knew that January was going to be a busy month.
Dubbed a national special security event demanding the highest level of federal protection, the inauguration comes just days after 2 others, January 6th electoral count and former President Jimmy Carter's funeral.
I mean, since we on the inauguration, bro, it's been talked with the liberals. They feel some type of way that is going to be a lot of black rappers that are performing. I think Snoop Dogg,
Soulja Boy.
Baby, Nelly,
Rick
Soldier
Ross.
Boy. And liberals want to have black liberals want to have a talk about this. They kind of really pissed off. And it's kind of, to me, it sounded kind of stupid. Why are you mad that Trump want to have black? Matter of fact, some people are mad about what the Mississippi Valley State University band they gonna play too. Why are these black liberals are trying to have some culture check when Trump get in the office? That's a whole lot of president. What's the use of having that culture check?
I think well, what happened with me, what I saw with this scenario is I saw a clip of Snoop Dogg saying that basically trying to play anybody that wants to perform for Trump back in 2017, and now in 2025 I think he's performing. So I think the issue is like, damn, bro, you was just on the other side, like saying this. Now you want to be in front of the camera. Like, is that just some entertainment shit? Or see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't trust these entertainers, bro, because like they just gonna flip flop.
Hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't trust entertainment, but you can't trust a lot of people. There's a lot of people that was on the other side.
Here we go.
I was
Check
one
the
of
chat. Check the chat when you get done.
I was one of the guys that was on the other side looking at Trump as some opposition, and he wasn't for the people. Then I had to come to realization he is for the people. He is for the straight man that's working hard.
I mean,
he's not going to lower the standards.
And at the same time, let's look at the clip first. Then I'm gonna say my at the same time.
All right. But it's just like at the same, like, I mean, it is on some point that, you can't pull up the receipts. You can pull up receipts of a lot of people. Even J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance was on the train of against Trump for a certain amount of time. He was on that same train saying, like, Trump is Trump ain't the person y'all want. Like, it's a lot of us that was against Trump, but at the same time, if we look at what the Democrats has done, and until now, you got to shed a different light. You got to share. It's always going to be like that. It's always going to be a certain amount of time. You ain't going to like some person, but you realize you get to know them and you realize what they there for. Shit. You realize Trump was doing the right shit the whole time.
Even back in the day, like a lot of rappers referenced and mentioned Donald Trump in their songs.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
fuck Donald Trump. That was like a hot song.
But I'm saying some of them was supporting him, and then years later you hear the "Fuck Donald Trump" song. It just, that's why I say you just can't trust entertainers, bro.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
Yeah. And I mean, but you got a lot of people, bro. You could pull up a lot of receipts from people that talk bad about Donald Trump, bro.
Listen, man. I just want to say, man, he could have been fooled by the MSNBC.
Of course.
CNNs. Because these people went so hard, bro, that if you was just watching that and believing it, I did at a point.
I was fooled too, but I swear to God, you would never see me wear no Donald Trump hat.
Donald Trump was the worst of the worst, bro.
Couldn't stand seeing MAGA on goddamn Call of Duty.
I could. Oh my God! If I seen that tag, I'm like, oh, I gotta kill him.
Racist. I know this nigga racist.
I know he racist.
But it's a different heart, though. It's a different heart nowadays. You look at what Donald Trump represented nowadays.
I was so wrong, man.
Shit. The politics going nowadays. He telling you that, hey, men should not be playing in sports. Don't you believe in that now? Don't you? I mean, you been believed in it. And Donald Trump expressed that feeling. You got to agree with Donald Trump. So it's like at the end of the day, bro, like, we was fooled. A lot of people was fooled.
Yeah, it's like you used to feel certain things, but you didn't. You thought you was by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
November 5th showed you, nah, you wasn't alone, nigga.
Even Tulsi Gabbard was a Democrat, and she probably said something about Donald Trump.
It just showed like how before I was like, man, I just can't vote for Kamala. Like that's how it started.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, man, I cannot vote for Joe Biden or Kamala. These people are terrible. And then I just was like, sorry about hype for Trump. I was like, let me watch one of these rallies, man, see what this nigga be talking about.
He spoke common sense.
That nigga spoke common sense. Bro.
That's all it was. He spoke common sense.
And I watched another one. And then I started watching Fox News because I never watched it. I was like, nah, I ain't watching that shit on some woke, weak nigga shit. So I started watching Fox News and they was just real honest and making sense. Then I go watch MSNBC and see the lie. And I be like, man, he ain't say that. I just watched the rally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's when it started. Cause I watched one myself.
Yeah.
And I watched they made a small clip or something and try to spin it to something else. And I heard my aunt use that, and I was like, nah, he really was saying, and that's when I learned what was going on.
And that should be a segment too. Now, goddamn Trump about to be in office. We should have a my bad moment. Cause a lot of us have a my bad. We got a my bad moment, bro. We gotta have that because it's a lot of things that we felt strongly about, but we was wrong as fuck. We was wrong than a motherfucker. And it steers from that mind manipulation of the Democrats, what they was doing. They was trying to silence the other side. They was trying to tell you that this one side said this. And you looking back like, yo, he ain't said nothing wrong.
Facts.
He said a man should not be playing a woman's sport. What's wrong with that?
It was that, and it was why are we sending all this money to Ukraine? We should be using it. And boy, that type shit was it. Because it was so hard on us. Everything was high. The pay was getting lower. And they just sending off money. And it's just real fucking with my mental, bro. It's like, ain't no way I'm voting for these people, bro.
Hell no.
It was
sorry, bro.
It was a big wave of what a wake. It started in the military. Military got hit first with that real shit. Like the military got hit first when they were trying to set standards low. They had all these fucking lieutenants and shit walking around in dresses with cut off dicks and shit. Like, what? Oh, hold on, what are we doing?
You too, brother.
That's what was going on, bro. Like, you was looking who was goddamn controlling military, and you saw a whole bunch of men in dresses, and you looking like, yo, that's the guys who supposed to be protecting this country.
It ain't even look. Let me just explain. It ain't even about the fact that it's a woman. It's about what I heard Pete Hegseth saying in his confirmation hearing. He said the bullets, the equipment, stuff we gotta carry, weight does not change. We cannot lower our standards for women to be in the battlefield. It's like,
yeah,
it's just crazy. He made sense to me when he said that. That's just the difference between a Republican and a Democrat. Republicans explain why they are doing this. Democrats say we should just be inclusive. We're going to have hiring events for just women, hiring events for just black people, like in the FBI. And it's like, and I learned that, shout out to my boy Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit. But yeah, because he was Homeland Security. So he was like, we had hiring events just for certain groups based off DEI. And I was like, wow, so you are just cutting the pot of talent in half. And it's crazy, bro. And that's what's going on. It's like, I'm awake. I'm awake, bro. I ain't woke.
And I like you said, bro, like to pick back off that. He wasn't saying women couldn't go to war, but he was saying it's gonna be certain position that was made for a woman to be in. There's nothing wrong for having a woman in cons. Like they say, the dude supposed to be the head, and the wife supposed to be the neck. So it's like at the end of the day, why not have women's more in comms looking over the men that's on the ground? Because at the end of the day, when this boots on ground, it's going to be nothing but men out there.
Listen,
and they say it's gonna be a certain amount of time where you ain't gonna have no guns. You gotta fight this man to the end.
He even went to because you know he offended some women that was in the service that's in Congress, and he went back and was like, "All right, women should be able to have the opportunity, but they still gotta meet the standard. Like they gotta be China, they gotta be Wonder Woman type woman. Like you, if you gonna get in that position, like it just makes sense. If I get shot and it's just me and her, she gotta pull me out so my body can get back to my family, bro.
Yeah.
Can she do it with bullets flying?
I don't know. She got to be a certain type of woman.
She got to train. if she gonna be, but that's the whole thing. If you're a woman, you want to be in there, you're gonna have to train for it. And you got to be knowledgeable for what things going down. It can't be, can you hold my bag because it's heavy? If you're a U.S. soldier, no, that cannot happen. We got to have everybody ready for combat. It can't be, I got to do things for you because you're a woman in combat. No, that means we're going to have less defense.
Yeah, because you actually might be at war with a guy. He got a role that require him to do something that you ain't got to do, and he might die. So now you got to do it. Can you do it?
And I understand some of the women that was already in service and how they felt. That's understandable. That's understandable because they already in service and they already qualified. That's understandable from that spoken side. That's understandable. I mean, if I was a woman in the military and somebody spoke like that, I feel some type of way, but I still will understand what the nature of what was spoken. He wasn't just saying to people that was in service.
And then Pete himself was saying how when you out there in the field, you can't be like hindered but off medication or anything. You gotta be alert, or you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have perfect everything. You gotta be quiet. You can't snore when you sleep. Like you gotta be. And he was like, so we can't have trans women out there off medication.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why have them in the military if they're not allowed to deploy?
Yeah.
It's like they're just in there to be in there.
And also too, man, what was spoke like in this confirmation about being a knowledgeable U.S. soldier, man. And there was many questions that was asked, and that was one of the things too that was spoke to, like that was, if this person qualified. And the way, I'm not sure how the military, I ain't never been in the military, but you gotta have some type of, you gotta, just like how a gang member asks another gang member, what's your knowledge? Right. You gotta have the knowledge. You gotta know the knowledge. You wanna be a part of something, you gotta have that knowledge. It's always a standard knowledge the military have. And this was a good example of showing people like who was qualified and who's not, and who got the knowledge and who don't.
Soldiers who served with Pete in combat. I would like to submit a statement from 86 of them who support his nomination. Although they come from different units and ranks, the signatories commend Mr. Hegseth for his selfless leadership, love of his soldiers, and commitment to our country.
2 items.
Sorry, 1 item. I ask unanimous consent to enter this.
Without objection, it will be entered.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Pete, I'm actually going to ask you questions because I want to hear your answer. How many genders are there? Tough one.
Senator, there are 2 genders.
I know that well. I'm a she-he, so I'm on board. What is the diameter of the rifle round fired out of an M4A1 rifle?
That's a 5.56.
How many push-ups can you do?
I did 5 sets of 47 this morning.
What do you think our most important strategic base is in the Pacific?
In the Pacific, Guam is pretty strategically significant.
How many rounds of 5.56 can you fit into the magazine of an M4 rifle?
Depends on the magazine, but standard issue is 30. Senator.
And what size round does the M9 Beretta standard issue sidearm for the military fire?
A 9mm, Senator.
What kind of batteries do you put in your night vision goggle?
Duracell.
So right there, you're representing qualifications that show you understand what the warfighter deals with every single day on the battlefield. You understand what happens on the front line, where our troops will be. And what happens, unfortunately, in this country is decisions made in rooms like this, bad decisions, end up in dead 17, 18, 19-year-old Americans. And those Americans rarely come from families that sit in rooms like this. They come from lower, middle-income families who sometimes the military is their only way out. And they join because maybe they want to go to college. Maybe they have no other choice. Maybe they love this country. But for whatever reason, they joined and they sat on the dotted line. And when people like us screw up, they don't come home. And that's the one thing that I care about. As you remember when I shut the door, when you came with your entourage, Senator Coleman, I've known for a long time, and you and I sat together, asked you one question. You remember what that question was?
Are you going to have the backs of the warfighters?
Exactly. What is going to be your number one priority? And I don't care, frankly, what all these letters and articles say. I've been a part of a smear campaign too, I get it. I care that you're going to have one thing in mind when you sit in that chair in that 5-sided building. And you told me what that was. So with that, you have my support. I'm sorry you have to go through a process like this, but it is one of the most important jobs in the world. We got to make sure you're ready for it. I thank you for your answers. I got one final question that's very important to me. This is more of a technical question, but I think it's to fix the Army in this country is a 1 or 2 year problem. We can make bullets, we can make rifles. Fix the Air Force might be a 5-year problem. To fix our Navy is a decades-long pursuit. How are you going to fix our national? You don't have all the power. We're not China. Unfortunately, you can't snap your fingers. But how are you going to lead an initiative within the DoD to reinvigorate our national shipbuilding industry so we are able to compete with China? Because freedom of navigation is critical to our economy and the global economy. It's going to be a very important task for you to complete.
It's a critical question, Senator, and that's why I'm grateful that President Trump has said definitively to me and publicly that shipbuilding will be one of his absolute top priorities of this administration. So a lot of it does go into pulling things up into the OSD's office, Secretary of Defense's office, to shine a spotlight on it, to make sure the bureaucracy doesn't strangle important initiatives that need to happen. We need to reinvigorate our defense industrial base in this country to include our shipbuilding capacity. Some of it is on the east, some of it's on the west, some of it's on the Great Lakes. The workforce problems that our shipyards are facing are significant, and there's been a big investment from this committee, I know, in a lot of those places because of the shortfalls, manpower issues, everything else. But we also see adversaries that have been able to innovate themselves in ways that their shipbuilding capacity is, I won't reveal it at this hearing, multitudes and multitudes beyond our capabilities. So it needs to be a rapid investment, a rapid fielding, and then we need to incentivize outside entities to fill the gap. We talk a lot about UAVs. UAVs are very important, but there's also a future of UUVs, unmanned underwater vehicles, that will be a part of amplifying the impact of our Navy, because this administration has allowed our number of ships to drop below 300. It sets a projection of 340 or 350, but doesn't create the capacity to actually address it. And so if we're going to defend our interests, our allies, and put America first, we're going to have to be able to project power. That it means shipbuilding. It means historic investments in our defense industrial base there. And then also driving innovation and cost savings in ways that only business leaders inside the Pentagon can do.
When I'd add, I don't think any...
All right, so for the audience...
That was a good question right there.
For the audience, it ain't even about if y'all was entertained by that. It's just we wanted you to see that Pete Hegseth is highly knowledgeable about the position he's about to be a part of. So I want you to see Joe Biden's pick for aviation and his knowledge of experience. And I want you to see DEI right in front of your face. So, Bigger, Can you play the clip I sent? No, yeah, that one.
And can you quickly tell me what airspace requires an ADS-B transponder?
Not sure I can answer that question right now.
That's okay. We'll just keep going. So that's a pretty important part. So what are the 6 types of special use airspace that protect this national security that appear on FAA charts?
Sorry, Senator, I cannot answer that question.
Okay, so what are the operational limitations of a pilot flying under basic med?
Senator, I'm not a pilot, so...
but obviously you'd oversee the Federal Aviation Administration. So any idea what those restrictions are under basic med, quickly?
Well, some of the restrictions I think would be high blood pressure. Some of them would be...
It's more like how many passengers per airplane, how many pounds in different categories, and what altitude you can fly under. So, and then amount of knots. It's under 250 knots. So it's not having anything to do with blood pressure. So can you tell me what causes an aircraft to spin or to stall?
Again, Senator, I'm not a pilot.
Okay, let's keep going. What are the 3 aircraft certifications the FAA requires as part of the manufacturing process? Quickly, please. 3 aircraft certifications.
Again, what I would say to that is that one of my first priorities would be to fully implement that Certification Act and report.
You know the 3 types, Mr. Washington? The 3 types? Okay.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's type certificate, production certificate, and airworthiness certificate. Okay. All right. Let's just keep going, see if we can get lucky here. So can you tell me what the minimum separation distance is?
You cut right there. You cut. I just want you to see. All right, so look, listen, this part, no.
You got to have a question for that, man.
Look, listen. Wait. Let me just finish out the story. Look, so all Democrats voted yes on that guy, that black guy. And he actually got that position. So for these past 4 years. So play the clip I got in there that showed the difference. Now look at how the Democrats was coming at Pete Hegseth just because Trump liked Pete Hegseth. Just watch the difference and how the Democrats feel about him, like he not qualified.
All right, let me get that. Is it just, man?
And this is his wife is there and everything.
Let me take it back.
Yeah, please, bro.
Fully investigated and completely cleared. So you think you are completely cleared because you committed no crime? That's your definition of cleared? You had just fathered a child 2 months before by a woman that was not your wife. I am shocked that you would stand here and say you're completely cleared. Can you so casually...
Fully investigated and completely cleared.
So you think you are completely cleared because you committed no crime? That's your definition of cleared? You had just fathered a child 2 months before by a woman that was not your wife. I am shocked that you would stand here and say...
But I understand what you're saying, though. That the atmosphere is different.
Calling this man a cheater and all that just to say he's not fit for the position. And his family's there. It's on national TV. Like, that's how Democrats do, bro.
That's how assassinate his character.
Assassinate his character, but he's clearly qualified. It's crazy.
Tukwe, well, go for it, man. How you feel about that? Just looking at them clips. You see, it's a black man just given a job. He's not knowledgeable, but it wasn't a hostile. It wasn't nobody on his neck telling him, you should know this stuff because you're protecting millions of people. But you got somebody, you got a white dude that's perfectly qualified, know everything and ins and out of being a soldier.
He was
that served the military.
Really fought.
But you get backlash for him having a tough personal background. And having a tough personal background is known in the military. But I'm just saying, how did you feel about that? You looking at, like, because you've been in the military.
I believe that whoever gets the job is supposed to be the most qualified. That is how I see it. I don't think that that black guy should have been up there if he wasn't qualified. That's just common sense. So that's how I don't really have much to say. That's how I feel about it. It's just simple. If you're qualified, then you should be able to have that job. If you're not qualified, you shouldn't be up there. It's that simple.
And that's the ridicule that's always in the black liberals. Black liberals feel like motherfuckers are stopping them. Motherfuckers don't like them for a certain amount of a certain color.
It's really.
But that's what went down. You got a guy that was a black dude that was up there, but he ain't had no qualifier. But if they would have said no to him, but he would have felt like, oh, they don't want me because I'm black. No, motherfucker, it's because you don't know your damn standards.
Because the Democrats is too focused on the show, man, the dog and pony show. They want to make history. Like, just he's the first, like, man, like, that shit is terrible. That shit is sad. Like,
that DEI shit poison.
DEI right in your face. Like, how could you say America is racist, bro?
That DEI shit poison a lot of
It's
shit.
a lot of reverse racism going on, and white people can't do nothing about it. And that shit is really fucked up. Man.
DEI shit, that's all I was saying. That DEI shit poison a lot of America. It poisoned a lot of shit, just the base of the military. Because you got people just thinking that, oh, this person should be in this spot because they black or because they white. It's like, no, that's not. Certain areas that DEI shit was not supposed to be allowed in.
White people got a rule black people don't got. They rule is if they fire you, they can be their character can be assassinated by being called racist. If a black person fire a white guy, that could never happen.
And since, like you said, nobody didn't know what was going on. Yeah, I forgot about that. Trump's council confirmation has happened.
What?
And, his confirmation, confirmation, like of people that he chose in the House.
Yeah. What happened?
Well, no, people didn't know what was going on. We was about to talk about. We were about to talk about the confirmations that has went down. There's been a couple of days of confirmation that went down. It has got hostile. It has got hostile to the point that you see how Democrats' mood has changed towards the opposition, towards people that, frankly, they just don't like. It doesn't matter if that person qualified or not. They just don't like that person. And it's getting real heated. You see how it was with Pete Hegseth, how these people was trying to ridicule him over his personal life. I'm not no person to judge nobody's personal life. Everybody make mistakes, man. That's all I can say.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But me also hearing most of these soldiers, what they go through on Sean Ryan podcast, 'cause that's a good podcast to listen to about, what goes on the outside life with some of these military vets. They don't have no peaceful life.
Sean Ryan was a soldier, right?
Yeah, he was a soldier too. So a lot of these soldiers' personal lives are messed up, and that's the reason why they are going to the military. Because they want to at least have something to live for. They want to do something right before they leave this earth. Why not? If they love this country, why not do it? But you get a lot of people that try to slander these guys' personal life. And Pete Hegseth didn't. I ain't gonna say Pete Hegseth. I'm not gonna say Trump. I'm not gonna say nobody is perfect. I'm not gonna say they're the most outstanding person to support. I'm not gonna say all that. But it's just the fact that some people, you would hate a person that's tried to, talk down about your past. You could be a good, outstanding person. You could have did a lot of things back in the day, but you got some of these Democrats will look at today and say, "Oh, you remember back in 2005 when you used to do this, you used to do that." It sucks.
They won't let you live.
Yeah, they won't let you live, man. But but these past couple of days, been here before the inauguration, and it's been getting heated. We see Pete Hegseth. We saw. We're about to get into the Pam Bunny confirmation.
You know, I don't get. Democrats want prison reform, but they don't believe that a felon can run for president. Ass bells. Pam Bondi. I like Pam Bondi, man. Shout out to Pam Bondi, man.
Did y'all catch that though? Did y'all catch the confirmation?
Yeah, I saw the whole thing. I was listening to it while I was working, but I ain't see it. I heard it.
Well, I mean, how'd you feel about that too?
I feel
That's
like
the thing that was going on.
I feel like it was basically, to summarize it, she's highly qualified. She was highly successful as an attorney general in Florida, and everybody knows her. She's qualified, but the Democrats fear her loyalty to Trump. So they was basically trying to question, would she advise Trump against certain things that they feel like he shouldn't want to do. Basically protect their ass when he want to investigate them and shit. And she was just like standing up for Trump the whole time, stood tough. They was trying to ask her, did he lose the election? Stupid ass shit. Nobody care about no more. Instead of like, how you gonna fix our crime in our state? Like real questions. Cause it's a lot of these Democratic cities going through a bunch of shit with crime and drugs and murder and poverty. And they didn't ask nothing about that. They was just asking, are you still Trump's lawyer? Or like, what? Come on, bro. If you got a clip, you can show the people, bro. But that's basically the summary. It was long as hell. She sat there for 7 hours.
Yeah, it was a long one, man. I'm gonna show a little bit of clip, just to get some of the refresher for the fans, man.
For sure.
Or somebody who didn't see it, man. This is some of it.
Do you have any evidence of election fraud or irregularities in the 2020 election?
So, First Senator.
Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
First Senator.
Do you have evidence, yes or no?
First Senator.
When we met yesterday,
You pointed your finger at me and
you
said
did not
you were
seem
speaking.
to be familiar
Let me answer
with
my question.
the
I'm not going to be
citizenship
bullied by you,
clause, the
Senator
14th
Padilla.
Amendment.
I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you. Senator, no one has
Based on what
asked
you
me
know.
to investigate Liz Cheney. That is a
The
hypothetical.
president has called for it publicly. You are aware of that, aren't you?
No one has asked me to investigate.
But the president
Liz.
has
We're
called-
also
the
worried about
president-
Liz Cheney,
the
Senator.
president has
You know what
called
we
for
should
this-
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi,
The
please
crime rate
answer
in
my
California
questions.
right now
You are
is
aware,
through the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your
my-
robberies
Ms.
are
Bondi,
87%
my
higher
question-
than the national
My question
average.
is this.
That's what I
My
want
question
to
is
be
this.
focused on, Senator.
Do you have the
if
power
I'm
to say
confirmed as
no to the
Attorney
president?
General. Senator, what I
What are
can
you
tell
doing?
you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I
No,
won't
I'm just
do it.
asking you a simple
I
question.
won't play
If you can
politics
speak truth
with any
to
ongoing
power.
investigation.
So let me ask you another.
Like you did
let me-
leaking your
let me ask
colleague
you
Devin Nunes's
if-
memo.
if-
Shit.
I just want to remind us all.
I ain't gonna play too much, but I mean that's basically what I saw that too though, and it was basically on some. They was bringing up non-relevant confirmation hearing questions.
Right.
They wanted her to admit that Trump lost the election. What the fuck? Like, come on. What kind of question is that? Will you admit that Trump lost the election in 2020? Like, what the fuck they gotta do? What's going on? What's going like? How is that even a question?
She out there making you look like a fucking idiot. She
and
like, bro, your crime rate in your state is through the roof, and you asking me about this dumbass shit, bro.
Like it was getting to that point that they was asking irrelevant questions just to. I don't know why they felt like the election was something to bring up. That really was nothing. Like that wasn't nothing to bring up. Come on, you having a whole lot of hearing about picks toward that job, and you can tell the Democrats at this point is just hateful. They just don't like the opposition. They just don't like person. They not gonna do their job. They just don't like the person that's doing it. And it's like, God damn, well, that's why it hurt me, because it was like, damn, I actually voted for some of these people. I actually was believing in this Democrat shit for years, thinking I was a good law-abiding citizen, and I'm working for the wrong side the whole damn time, thinking I'm holding up a fist saying Black Power.
You ain't, because we never saw this part. I
Man,
never seen I never watched no confirmation hearings. I never saw the niggas didn't have no knowledge of the position and
I
getting
really
the
didn't
position.
see that either.
Man, on TV they would have just said whatever his name was, the first black, and I'd just be like, oh shit, that's what's up. And then I'd have heard Trump say, yo, this guy don't know nothing about the job. And I'd be like,
shit.
They'd be like, he racist. That's racist because he black. They saying that.
Because he's black.
They said it because he don't know shit.
It's tough, man. I hate that though, because it's gonna be a certain amount of time. There's gonna be some racist motherfucker out there. But damn, we gotta fight our issue. We gotta have our own issue to solve with this giving people jobs, trying to have shortcuts, because that's what it looked like when you have a shortcut. You don't have the knowledge. You don't know what it feels like to get to a certain point of life, so you're not gonna take that job serious. And it was a lot of motherfuckers that Biden picked that had that shortcut.
Listen, black people, listen, I just want to say this to black people who don't understand. This is the best thing that could have ever happened to you as a black person. You got the world softened up to you. Now, all you got to do is just get with the conservative side, so you get your money together. Nobody really racist no more, because we had the 4 years of fucking pillows. So it's the best time for us.
It's a great time, man. Like you said.
And I sent y'all something about moonshot. Trump got a coin that you could.
That's recent news.
Bro, last night it was at 18 cents. Today it's at $27. He made people millionaires today. I bought it now
at 18 cents.
No, I bought it at 27.
Me too. I was like, damn.
Hey, you bought some?
It was a day ago though, but damn, that was a day ago though.
I had to, bro. But I just had to get in the mood, man. I don't know how high it's gonna go. I just want to be in the.
Yeah, nobody really don't know, man. But it's just at this point, man. Like you said, man, when you start getting more involved in politics, you start getting more involved in knowledgeable news, man, and you starting to look, and you starting to see closer to closer when Trump getting back in office. Because I thought that shit was impossible for him to get back in office. He did it. But you start looking at which side don't want the correct, which side that don't want the correct way, which side don't want to solve the problems. And you starting to see that these Democrats do not want shit corrected. They like having problems. They like having poverty. They love that shit. They like people are split for racism. And they like that shit. And it's like Americans are starting to get aggravated. Americans are starting to get aggravated. Why the fuck the land? Why we ain't got enough land for everybody to live on? Why the city so crowded? And it's glad. This is a good exposure for what people needed in America.
That shit going up, bro.
No, it ain't, man. Look, nah, my shit did say cha-ching, though. 31, shit.
Oh, let's go, man.
Well, that's a news too, man. Breaking news, man. Trump dropped his first official meme coin. He dropped it. See, it was a speculation. A lot of people were saying, "Nah, Trump ain't dropped no coin," but he posted it.
Man.
He posted it on his. He posted it on Truth, and he posted it on his real on Twitter on his X.
I'm gonna get some more, man. Fuck that shit.
let me pull up the article right quick and say until people just be like, "Oh man, you sure that's real?" Nah, it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
That's the only reason I sent it.
That shit is real. Trump meme coin. This was the person who posted it. Trump meme coin. But this is I'm streaming proud comments in crypto. Trump is currently the hottest meme on earth. Hey, Donald Trump official. My new official meme is here. Time to celebrate everything what we stand for. Winning. Join the community. Get your Trump now. Get your meme coin now. That's from his website. I mean, that's from his real fucking, that's his real page. 4547.
Come on, man.
He got his meme coin.
You got at least get you one, cuz. I had to get one. That shit probably gonna go up to like at least 500. It's gonna go to like 300.
I got like 3 coins.
You got 3? I only got like 2.
Man, but that's the breaking news right there. Trump got his own meme coin, guys. So if y'all looking for some financial growth in what you trying to have, hey, that's right there. That's his real address.
Bro,
that's his real.
Bro, that shit up to 95. No. That took my shit up to 95.
I'm about to say, man.
Nah, that.
Hey. But that's good though, man. Hey, I mean, with things going, I feel like there will be a correction going on, man. And now me looking at shit, man, I realized there was one side that want to keep the problems going. That one side that always wanted to keep racism here. And it was the Democrats. At the end of the day.
Yo, I just don't understand people, bro. It's so they teaching you, they showing you once this dude was the president, money gonna start flowing through the country, bro.
Facts, man.
We bet.
Hell yeah.
It ain't even started yet for real. Like it ain't even started yet for real, bro. We got 4 years of this. Man, I gotta find it, man. I gotta find it.
I'm just gonna end it off with this last title, man. TikTok officially shut down. Users are no longer able to access the app. If you already have access, you probably got a limited access. CapCut has also suspended U.S. service as ByteDance refuses to sell their company. This ban may be temporary if President Trump look into it. He said he might do it. The 90-day extension is something that's most likely to be done. Is appropriate. We have looked in it carefully. It's a very big issue. He said he will decide Monday if the app continue. All I can say about that, man, is, hey, what's y'all thoughts? Y'all think he's gonna save TikTok?
Yeah.
Or do y'all think TikTok is one of them social media platforms that gotta get rid of? We don't need no more social media platforms. Well, y'all could be on that stance.
Nah, we need them.
I'm on a real talk. I'm on that boat of we don't need no more social media platforms. I feel like this is like we already got Twitter that's a neutral. We already got Facebook that's getting closer to the freedom of speech. Instagram hasn't been really on the political side. Instagram is Instagram. So I feel like we don't need no other social media platform. Just to call, because really, I'm going to say TikTok is more of a woke. You can't do certain things on TikTok. Certain content get flagged. tobacco use or violent or people fighting, you get suspended.
Man,
I just feel like TikTok is one of them places that, I mean, we probably don't, I feel like we don't need it. We don't need anyone. How y'all feel about it?
I just feel like that's some people's job. They make money from that shit. Sad for them people, because if it was me, I'd be like, damn. But y'all creative, man. Y'all made it out the struggle with TikTok. Y'all will find y'all way, man.
Yeah, I'm just like, shit. I'm on the line of it. They could either delete it or keep it. I mean, shit. I don't really see the difference in it not being here or being here.
That's how I feel about it too, man. If you keep it, you keep it. But I'm at the point, it's like, it won't hurt my life to have another, because it's like at this point, sometimes these social media platforms is just starting to cause more of a separation. And then it's also the military issue too with goddamn TikTok. It's like, goddamn, like they was actually stealing goddamn news. I mean, they was actually stealing information. But if Trump look at it and say, we're gonna keep it, we're gonna keep it. But you already know, man, Monday's around the corner.
Oh my God.
I feel very prideful at this moment. I bought me a hat. Bought me a hat. That's the price of it?
No, man. That's what my holdings went up to.
Oh. But, I'm at this point like, like, seeing Trump come back in office, it was a change to me, because it was like, I did want to get more certainty, because it was like back when I voted for Biden and Obama, I wasn't certain. I was just following the crowd. And this decision right here made me feel like, damn, I was actually involved with voting for a person that was the right candidate.
Yeah.
But you already know, man. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Happy Inauguration Day. But you already know it's the final thought, man. What y'all got for it, man?
Hey, my final thought is, man, for my friends, it's a lot of opportunities that's coming up. I just want everybody to take advantage of them the best you can, because anything can happen. I know we all striving to be the best we could be in life. So if I see opportunities, man, I'm going to shoot them y'all way, man. Y'all can spread the love. Do whatever y'all choose to do with it, man. But that's my final thought. That's exactly my final thought, what I was thinking about.
Facts.
Yeah, my final thought is, man, I'm excited about this year, honestly. 2025. That's it.
My final thought is, fight, 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 fight!
Hey, man, I'm really going to
man, my final thought, man.
My investing game this year. I'm really putting my money into my shit.
Nah, but what really though, I just feel like this year is optimistic, and like PBD say, the future is looking bright.
Yo, each episode he come on selling us merchandise. Yo, these are going off the shelves like hotcakes.
But also too, man, pray for the people in LA. It was a horrible fire. There's a lot. It was like 26 people that died. Some people injured. Just pray for them, man. I know,
God don't make no mistakes, man.
That's good you said that. just pray for people that, you know, that lost everything, even though they rich. It's the fact that, you know, it was a certain tragedy. If you was in that tragedy, you would want somebody to have sympathy for you, what you went through. I just want y'all to pray for them, man. But, you know.
Man, shout out to California, man. Y'all about to get California 2.0.
Hopefully, man. And it's about to be another crowded states, because now you about to have rich motherfuckers moving right beside you. Now you about to have California motherfuckers moving right beside you. And I heard the California culture is the most weirdest culture. These motherfuckers gonna be spread across the United States, and they're gonna be looking at, they might just be moving right next to you, because them $1 billion homes, you think some of them rich people had $20 million in their hand?
Nah, I feel like the whatever California who move, they moving to this side because they tired of the leadership they got in California. I think people converting for real.
They gonna have to adapt, all right. They gonna have to adapt.
Cause you know the liberals gonna stay over there and burn down with California just to fight Trump. So
I just hope so. Because they gonna have to adapt. You know, you see some of them Melrose Place motherfuckers that move into, you know, just the urban set. They gonna look at like, what's this? So, you know, so at the end of the day, man, we about to have more crowded people, but we won't have less crowded people. Damn. We're about to have less crowded people because it's going to be a mass deportation Tuesday. So, we need the room, man. We need the room. If you're not documented, you're going to have to leave, big dog, because there's people that lost homes that need houses now. So that's all I got to say about it, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who listens. Shout out to Kick. Shout out to YouTube, man. We're going to be back next week. All right, y'all.